Okay, Nomad TV. Today's topic is about Laos. Okay, let's do it. As my plane touched down in Vientiane, I reminded myself this is the capital of a country. The political, cultural, and economic center of Laos. I expected modest development, maybe a bit of chaos, but at least some energy. Instead, as I got into a tuk-tuk, the only real way to get around in the city, I was struck by just how still everything felt. Not peaceful, just empty. The roads are in poor condition, potholes, faded lane markings, and dusty sidewalks that are barely walkable. For a capital city, Vientiane feels strangely abandoned. My hotel cost about as much as a mid-range place in Thailand or Vietnam. But the difference in quality was shocking. Dirty bed linens, a flickering fluorescent bulb, a bathroom with a broken shower head and the faint smell of mildew.
Per night.
There's no sense of hospitality.
I have a question. Does this hotel
No greeting at the front desk.
is Korean? No. Because
No
there are
warmth,
so many Korean
just a
and
dirty room, a lack,
Spam
a
and
disappointment.
something. Okay.
Later in the afternoon, I visited a massage shop tucked beside a narrow alley. The exterior was plain, but I went in anyway, hoping for some relaxation. The inside felt more transactional than therapeutic. Worn-out towels and staff who barely smiled. The service was mechanical. As though I were one of a dozen customers, they wanted to finish quickly. Unlike the warm welcomes I've received in Bangkok, there was no genuine hospitality here. For dinner, I strolled along the main streets and riverside, looking for a place with atmosphere. Locals looked bored and tourists were sparse. I finally entered a restaurant that advertised authentic Lao cuisine. The food was okay, slightly bland, possibly reheated. The staff looked exhausted. The food was lukewarm. And the space was underlit and cheerless. To be precise, there was no smile on the faces of the employees in the restaurant. Unlike the waitresses in Thai restaurants, they didn't seem to know how to entertain their customers. Having been welcomed by a cheerful Thai staff, I suddenly wondered why I came here. Is hotel affordable? No. Is the hygiene of the hotel okay? No. Is the food at the restaurant good? Not bad. Is staff service okay? No. Next morning, I went to local market. I hope to find some culture, some life. From 6 a.m., the streets of the market were full of merchants and customers. I could see the everyday life of the citizens of Vientiane here. This was the only satisfaction I felt 24 hours after arriving in Vientiane. In general, the heart of a capital city is a very expensive commercial site. Surprisingly, the market was located in the heart of Vientiane. Vientiane's air quality index is very bad. The smell of grilling fish mixed with fine dust in the morning tickled my nose. Anyway, after watching the market, I didn't know what to do next. Despite being the capital of Laos, Vientiane has increasingly become an overlooked destination among travelers in Southeast Asia. Once considered a quiet and culturally rich stop for backpackers and spiritual seekers. The city today faces a serious decline in tourist interest. The regions are rooted in its underdeveloped infrastructure, lack of engaging attractions, and an imbalance between quality and price, all of which collectively make Vientiane an uncompetitive choice. When compared to its regional neighbors like Hanoi, Bangkok.
Nice.
Perhaps the most immediate issue travelers notice upon arriving in Vientiane is the lack of functional infrastructure for tourists. While other Southeast Asian capitals have rapidly modernized over the past decade, like investing in subways, pedestrian-friendly city planning, digital payment systems, Vientiane has largely stagnated. There is no public transportation system. Tourists must rely on tuk-tuks, which are often overpriced and inconvenient. Roads are poorly maintained, sidewalks are crumbling. While Vientiane has a few historic and cultural landmarks such as Wat Sisaket, the list of attractions quickly runs thin. Most of these sites can be visited in a single day. And there is little depth or variety to keep tourists engaged for more than 24 to 48 hours.
더럽게 비싸네. 볼게 있다고.
In contrast to the bustling energy of Bangkok, or the historical richness of Hanoi, Vientiane feels quiet to the point of lifelessness.
와, 비엔티안.
There is a noticeable lack of organized
다시 오나
experiences.
봐라.
No guided night tours, food walking trails. Cultural workshops or lively entertainment areas. Even the Mekong Riverside night market, once a modest draw, now appears repetitive and uninspired, filled with mass-produced goods and disinterested vendors.
지그재그로 돼 있어.
The culinary scene is similarly underwhelming. Restaurants often serve food that lacks the finesse and vibrancy found in neighboring countries. Tourists looking for good adventures or authentic local flavors may leave disappointed. And while there are massage parlors and cafes, many operate with minimal charm or customer service, often feeling like obligatory businesses rather than welcoming experiences. One of the most frustrating aspects for travelers is disproportionate pricing in Vientiane. For what is offered in terms of accommodation, food, transportation, and entertainment, the prices simply don't match the value. This problem is compounded by the fact that travelers coming from Thailand or Vietnam, where quality is higher and costs are often lower, are quick to notice the disparity. For example, a hotel room in Vientiane costing $30 per night might offer a room with stained sheets, no daily cleaning, and weak Wi-Fi.
네, 코스치 라오스.
In Thailand or Vietnam, the same price might patch a boutique hotel with clean facilities and helpful staff and breakfast included.
สบายดี
Similarly, restaurant meals and cafe drinks in Vientiane are often overpriced relative to their quality, leading tourists to feel they are spending more but getting less. In a world where travelers are increasingly price conscious and digitally connected, this mismatch creates negative word of mouth and poor online reviews, further discouraging future visitors.